was causing absolute havoc. They don't have that anymore. Adren used to play for them, and now he's back in the team, so that's something. But Flamey is a new one, but it is just a completely different style of play for him now.
Banana push for LGB. So far, the entry is going to come, well, not easily, but it happens at least, at the very least. They're very low. And HellRaisers trying to get the retake going, but losing members.
Bomb goes flying there, which is going to slow things down for LGB. Going to have to try and find the frags, safely pick up the bomb and plant it as well.
Rain chasing Angel down Banana, and that's a 2-on-3 now. And honestly, LGB are getting quite low, and it's Dozier on full health. Gets the nasty tag, and that's really the end of him. So the standard Banana rush.
He's being eaten by a chicken.
Is going to win out in the pistol. So HellRaisers can choose to buy, and be interesting to see what LGB's approach is to this.
Have we mentioned the 3 maps? Oh, look at this, look.
Already happens. It always
Angel
happens, man.
Is on 64 HP already. Look at that.
Maps
knifed in spawn by his teammate. Again. What is it with HellRaisers and knifing their teammates?
I don't know, man. It just
almost every game. We could make a top 10 highlight reel of just HellRaisers knifing each other.
It just is, James.
So you can see Angel playing the A site is going to smoke B for his teammates. But so this is a super passive round right now.
Yeah, I mean it's a defensive approach you expect on anti-eco. They aren't going to push it into B though, but having been in Banana fairly recently, they can actually decide to go for the double back, but that is going to hurt. HellRaisers is doing a good job, but
he came out so slowly, and Dozier had the right tool for the job. The 1 dig was real.
But the worst of it is to come here. Making their way down slowly now. They've been spotted, so they're going to go for it. And getting caught from all sides. This is not looking too strong for them. They've only lost, well, now they've lost 2 players for HellRaisers. Look at Dozier, finds the clip onto the head of Zevez, and now he's in the pit still. 2-on-2. This is potentially a nice approach to Flamey. Full health still with the armor as well on the CZ. The only issue is that might not want to wait for this smoke. He has no kit. Looks like Enzo's going to be able to finish off Dozier. Here goes Flamey. At least he should be able to get some kills here. Going to be able to stop him. He does go down, and there you go. 1 player left, so decent damage done at the very least.
I like the name of his CZ. 2 mags, 2 frags.
2 mags, 2 frags. To answer your question on the maps, by the way, we have Mirage and Cash as the 2 maps to follow this.
Yes, I feel like this might be a 50-50 altogether. So I think there's definitely a value bet to be had in LGB here, just due to the rawness and untested new lineup here on HellRaisers, and the fact that it's, you know, stylistically such a different team to their previous lineup. This time Dozier does not win the duel in mid.
Who AWPs?
I'm waiting to see if there is even an AWP.
Because like Angel and Flamey, I'm gonna say, okay, great entry fraggers. You got great frag, like good first fragger, good second fragger. But where's the AWP at? Well, I guess we'll end up seeing, hopefully, how this ends up being played by them. But LGB just pretty much same anti-eco round as they did previously. This time, very clean.
Okay, so let's have a look at what these guys are buying. All M4s on the HellRaisers side. And again, you can see, worth noting, Adren does play. It's Kazakhstan, right? Adren's from Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
102 ping versus an average of about 50. But this is nothing new for Adren.
Here, coming in. So far, HellRaisers doing a decent job of stopping it, doing the damage, but now we're going to get the trade coming from Rain. That's going to put things to an even footing. However, Dozier in pit. Havoc can still be wrought here onto the LGB push onto this A bomb site. There is the smoke to deny that position on pit. They try to get this bomb down, but in goes Adren, and As quickly as he came, so he's going to get taken down. Kozia, with 2 frags through the smoke, trying to spot some knees through that smoke. He does an excellent job, and that's going to be a 2-man survival for HellRaisers at the end there. So definitely a bit taxing on the money. However, they won the round, so there is that to take comfort in for them.
So Dozier cleaning up there for the CTs with 6 frags in these first 4 rounds. We are into round 5 here. Ooh, nice shiny knife. Kucha gonna nade down mid. Let's have a look at the damage this does. Not a lot, hardly any, in fact. So maybe a second too early. Looking at the position of the T's right now, you can see one is in what is commonly known as Vietnam. We already have trade frags coming in, 4 versus 4 early on. It will be to the advantage of the T's as it will stretch the CT's defense of both sides here. So we're going to have Adren stuck behind a smoke on Banana at the moment as the bomb approaches, backed up by a second player. How are we pronouncing this name here?
Jakem, I don't know, man. Jakem, Jatem.
Jatem?
Jatem.
Should we call him Jatem?
Maybe not.
Okay, Flamey has to defend this site on his own versus 4 players here. Takes out 1 so far. He's just peeking to see where the others are. Had his crosshair in the right place, but opponent was just a bit too fast for him. 3 versus 2 now. Advantage LGB as they start to take up their post-plant positions. Angel and Dozier. Last 2 remaining here for HellRaisers. You can see Angel in the CT Speedway area. Dozier coming up the rear with the gear. It's going to be a difficult take though, and they are opting against going for it. Going to save their guns for a rainy day. As we see LGB just patiently waiting. See, just looking away in case there's a flash coming in.
Please feel free to correct our pronunciation or suggest a pronunciation for JKM and tweet that to us.
Should we just call this guy Rain Dog?
What was Rain?
Rain.
Rain.
Okay, Rain works.
But JKM. That's what I'm confused on. Because I've read his name many times, but I never thought to myself, how would I say that name? If I was saying it aloud, how would I?
There's a UK player called JKM. So every time I see this name, I think JKM.
Ah, okay.
Because it's like when you have English words spelt incorrectly, but you read them fast, you just read them normally anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, exactly, yeah.
So there's a small issue with TeamSpeak, which is why we have a short delay here. But let's have a look at how things are going. Again, this is early on so far in this first game. But HellRaisers on the CT side are 3 rounds down, which is pretty awful for them. But the money, let's have a look. When I see those 2 saved weapons from the previous round here on the HellRaisers side, but other than that, there's not a lot going on either side. But with 2 rifles, they could entirely win this round.
Thinking about it and the betting and stuff, like, in reality, I can see LGB, in theory, like on paper right now, having better odds than HellRaisers, just because I'm not sure what HellRaisers' approach is going to be with the new lineup changes and them being so fresh, and that they are in an experimental stage at the moment. Because if they're without someone who is going to be like locking down the AWP, that's like if someone has to change a role they're comfortable in to then fit that role. That takes a while to get used to, and that puts a lot of pressure on the team. So, I don't know. I'm very curious to see. I want to see this lineup on like 5 maps right now. Let's go.
I can't imagine them playing the same style.
No, they can't. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't think they can because
Simple's gone.
I mean Simple's gone, Markelov has gone, but he wasn't AWPing anyway.
No, but at least that was something that he can do. Like he can do that.
Yeah, but how much did that really count for?
Well,
in the previous lineup?
Well, he just never wanted to do it.
I saw him AWP like once on Mirage, where it's like, all right, I think I have to pick up the AWP here, and he just bodied people in mid and changed the game, and that was that was one time. I can't think of any other time. I cannot recall any other time where he may have picked up an AWP. So I don't even think that's relevant anymore for whatever reason. He doesn't want to AWP.
Yeah.
So There is going to be a time where HellRaisers are going to need to AWP. Like maybe on cash to try and hold a site with one player, for example.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the few maps where,
so
okay,
who's
you
it
can get
going to
away
be
with
is what
that.
I'm wondering. Who's going to AWP on this team?
I don't know, man. It's a really interesting conundrum. But at least we're going to Mirage after this, so they're going to... I mean, they don't... Actually, there are styles to play both maps, this and without. Regardless...
Look at this push here from HellRaisers. Again, they only had 2 rifles from the previous round. They've managed to push Banana, take complete control of it, pick up an AK as well. This is massive. I did say it was entirely doable, and it's going well so far. Then again, 3 of these players don't have any armor, and that is going to play a factor as this round progresses.
And I like the gamble. They're just going all the way back with 4 players immediately after Seekers left in that B-bomb site. And in goes LGB on the push, able to get the entry onto Dozier, but the trades are coming in. The spray from Rubino almost good enough, but Flamey going to connect into his head and take him down. There's 1 player left in Zeves with every chance to take this round, but Flamey with the pistol work is going to find himself the frag and the defuse. So HellRaisers with that opening banana push, it's gonna and the gamble to just throw 4 players instantly at A. That's such a nice move in a desperate spot.
What a disaster for the terrorist side. They lost control of Banana, and then they just allowed the remainder of the round to be dictated to them by the echoing CTs. So that was really interesting because, you know, they could have potentially just waited for the smoke to dissipate there and consider their options going backwards going back towards B, and especially with the extra man advantage for the CTs, having extra people on the A site, it makes things a lot harder for the terrors, and especially like when it's Bedlam, it's going to go in advantage of the CTs in that kind of situation on a bomb site like A on Inferno. So great round there by HellRaisers, really forced the issue, applied the pressure where needed, and came away with that big W. You can see LGB on a force now, Zeves only with a CZ.
They have Rain, who's kind of like the solo man on Banana, and they're just getting map control right now. And Rain just cleared Banana more or less, close to enough. So, and now it looks like they're going for that A play. So they know they've got everyone towards middle, but they know Banana's clear at least. So that will give them that option to fall back if they want it. At least in the next 20 seconds, they are putting Zevis back up around Banana as well, just keeping tabs on what's going on there.
Interestingly, the only person with a smoke grenade at the moment is Adrenaline. He's on a B bomb site, but the bomb is on the A bomb site. So the HellRaisers' defense is going to be quite limited here. That said, there are only 35 seconds left. If any part of this goes wrong for LGB, it could be very difficult for them to win the round. Those are not connecting with these frags here. Got to run out of bullets before he even engages. They haven't seen him yet. He does get the frag. Can pick up an AK as well. Second frag for Dozier. Jumps down, so he's going to have to reload his gun. But it's a 3 versus 2 in favor of the CTs. Dozier can run distraction there. Has got a nade as well. He's going to throw it onto the site now as his teammates come in, but they are smoked off from Arch.
And Dozier definitely going to regret this if they lose this one. Bomb ticking away. They have a man advantage. And Dozier still being in pit. Puts a lot of pressure on these T players trying to guard this bomb. In goes Enza. That's a good frag onto Flamey. Gets out of trouble. Deals with Dozier with the turnaround. And Dren finds the spray onto Enza. And he will be able to get this defuse just in the nick of time here. And that was a close one. Dozier, he's going to be breathing a sigh of relief right now. And he damn well better make sure that doesn't happen again for his team. That could have been a very grave round for them to lose.
Adren clutches once again for his team. We saw a massive clutch from him in around during the G2A.com $10,000 European Cup, in fact. He had a massive match, HellRaisers versus that. Massive match. But this is HellRaisers versus LGB, and HellRaisers are getting back into it right now. But Kucha, it's going to fall in the mid area, and that's early on in this round. And again, that's going to be a disadvantage, but they've come from 4-1 to 4-3, favor of LGB. But the Tech 9 train is real, led by the AK of Enter getting that first frag. Things could be dangerous here, but look at the call coming in from HellRaisers. Only Dozier left on the A bomb site as they're expecting a banana push, and is he going to rotate as well? Dozier with the AWP, that's interesting.
Dropping it in the round, and in comes the push now onto the B-bomb site. Zevis to plant in smoke. Yes, right. 3 players left for HellRaisers, all coming from 3 different angles. This is a good way for them to go for the retake. Flamey and Adren get 2 frags apiece, or a frag apiece there, as Zevis and JKM are going to be left to try to save this. The bomb is planted in a good spot though, and Flamey is split between two angles. Look, goes to the first one-on-one, and he gets it. Now Zeves around the corner. Can he play this right here? Here's the stepping of Flamey. Backs away just enough as the defuse comes in. Zeves, can he make it in time? No!
Oh!
Not so close there, but not enough. And Flamey, wow. So close.
That was like he was on the fence about to escape the prison,
Oh my God.
and he just got hit in the back of a shotgun by the prison guard. That was absolutely brutal. They must have thought they had that there. I thought they had that, but it was stolen
That was so close.
in the death rows.
But the thing is, both players played it perfectly, and that was how close it was.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Perfect play from both
Excellent,
guys.
excellent play. Yeah, just a few footsteps to make him back off. All he had was a CZ. Timing wasn't there. And now we have another eco push here from the CTs. We've got team flashes coming in as well, but didn't quite get the job done there. They have big presence in Banana now from LGB. They do not want to give up Banana like they did on the previous eco round where they lost to the ecoing HellRaisers. This time, they're just going to hold the map control. You can see they've got the flank shut down as well from Rubino here, but they're going to use the frag, get a trade. Nades coming in, but the rest of the cleanup is going to be real. So, 4 LGB members will survive. They will be much happier with that than they were with the previous occasion.
It was good positioning from JChem. He was just in this angle, looking up here towards the car, and he had a mate always able to cover him. He never moved up to this area where CTs can shoot him and his teammate can't cover.
Can't get a trade kill.
He always stayed within the perfect range for his teammate to always be able to get the return. So they positionally they played that very well.
Yes, a very good adjustment from the previous round. Nice flash coming in there for Sucha to peek. Going to do a bit of damage there, enter down to 35 HP. Going to see the bomb as well. You can see aggressive positioning once again here from Flamey and the Dren on Banana. But again, only Dozier has a smoke now, so once this smoke dissipates, let's have a look at where Dozier is very quickly. He's not going to be able to smoke that for them, so they're going to have to take a more passive position. You can see Adren's going to keep it aggressive actually. But,
Oh my God.
But Zeves has somehow teleported into CT spawn. And Flamey going to rotate with his knife out, but his knife's not going to stop those bullets. So HellRaisers is all of a sudden in a very difficult position where Adren's going to get squashed from a CT push and the rest of the team coming into Banana. Zeves now going to stand on the spools and just keep an eye on the CT spawn areas. Angel, though, getting 2 frags to bring this to a one-man advantage HellRaisers.
And Zeves, man, he's already got 2 amazing frags in the bag. He's got an amazing position to do more damage. 2 players charging into his position. There goes the spray down. Kucha falls. Angel gets Rubino. And now it's a 1-on-2. Zeves, he's got to ace to finish this one off. Smoked off. He's going to be forced to go through. Perfect beat on where that bomb is. There it is. Looking for the shots. Might be able to find the 1-on-1. He's got no health left. Bomb is ticking away. The defuse coming in. There's no kit though. But he has just enough time to get this. It's close. He's close, but he gets it. And another round. That was just ridiculously close.
These rounds
Milliseconds.
are on a knife edge at the moment. And even though HellRaisers are winning a few rounds here and there, this is looking really, really good for LGB so far. Again, 6 rounds on the T side, more than you could even ask for on a good day. So they are definitely in good stead to do some damage on the following rounds. See, I was scared, Dan. I was scared.
Yeah, I was scared.
Whenever your hands on the keyboard, I'm afraid.
I came off the nade as soon as I could. He flashed there for the peak of Adren. Gets the information, but no frags. And that nade actually might push the FAMAS back that he dropped, which would be nice, actually, if that was intended. I think he was going for the damage more than the denying all of the weapon, yeah. But nice added effect, however. And so far, just holding them off at the moment.
Dozier could put an end to this round right now. But I don't know if they've heard a sound, but they're starting to slow down on mid. Are they going to be looking the right way? Could get 2 in a row, and indeed he will. That's the end of the round. Great frags there by Dozier, good positioning. And LGB just couldn't have expected that. I was going to say, you saw that smoke at the beginning of the round. Well, you saw the smoke from the arch area onto Banana. It was way, way too late. There was already a T well past that smoke before it even exploded onto Banana. So that is a smoke you can throw from CT spawn as well. Maybe that would have made a difference there in the exchanges on Banana. And once again, we're seeing the double nades come down Banana. while the T's are on an eco, HellRaisers is going to want to put as much range as they possibly can between them and these T's, as we do have 2 Tech 9s, and we know what they're capable of.
Too much is the answer. Too much. Alright, well, it's a pretty defensive setup here from HellRaisers. Just waiting to react to LGB's push. Relying on their strength in positioning as a team instead of formation game here. There it is, spot the push, drops the incendiary. They are diverted through the quad. In goes Angel with his incendiary. And this should be all too easy to spray the flames, the bullets! And that is a graveyard of LGB players. Dozier will finish off the last of them to make 6-6 on the scoreboard here, as we have a tied game. However, LGB doing very well, generally speaking, here.
Absolutely. And looking at the money, you can see LGB a bit short now after that round and this buy. So definitely this is going to be a key round for them as we start to get towards the end of the first half. Kucha with the AWP now. Let's see what he has to offer. That's 1 frag. Does get tagged though. 74 HP remaining, so he's going to be happy with that. Again, yet more aggression from HellRaisers.
Really nice. They tried to take a banana. They got the deep smoke. So this is a very key part of their strategy to deny this area. It will tell them a lot about what LGB are capable of. But in the meantime, over at Apartments, Ruben is able to pick up a kill as well. It's going to really help, as now HellRaisers, in theory, should want to play a bit more defensively on B and split a player towards there. But they do have 3 towards A still, and floating player over by Connector and Library in Flamey.
Worth noting, sorry, we have 2 of the players in the quad area at the moment. So if this B push comes in and they don't get their plays over there in a timely fashion, then that is going to be a very, very long rotate indeed. But you can see they already have an inkling that nothing's going to happen at A. You can see Angels, in fact, just walking straight down mid, and that's going to allow them to put the CTs back in the right positions. Kucha, just in case they're in apps, he's going to just be loitering around the A bomb site while Angel just takes care of the flank, but can also back up his teammates. But I'm not sure if they'll even need it, as Flamey does great damage on the A bomb site. Adren still not revealing his position. It's going to start to get these frags. They've got 7 and 21 HP. Rain remaining, and that will be the cleanup for Adren. So excellent play there by HellRaisers, and really important information gathering there, and playing on that information as the rotations back towards the B bomb site.
Yeah, it's good game sense from them as well. They reacted fast. And I liked how Angel kind of just committed himself to the bench area as well, because they could still double back. I mean, they'd eliminated that they were in Banana, but they could still double back, so it's a nice blockade. And then goes Kucha. Now, switching up the position, going towards Banana. We've seen this from many AWPers, and it is a mix-up. I like to steal that from the fighting games universe. Mix-ups. And we're going to see a bit of a slaughter here. However, 2 players for HellRaisers actually falling as well, so a bit of economic damage done by LGB. However, the bomb plant is really the key. Everything else is a bonus at this point. In fact, they did invest fully in armor, thinking about it, so this is actually a very strong result. Can they pull something more substantial out of the bag here? Zevis forced to go out because of the flames. Rubino trapped by the flames as well. They aren't called HellRaisers for nothing. And we're going to see if he can do some more damage here in these like closing moments of this round. Pretty good. As HellRaisers use team play to finish him off. And there you go, 8-6. HellRaisers are close to finishing a little bit more strongly than they started in this half.
Yeah, continuing on from the 1-4 round deficit. This isn't a terrible remainder of the first half. LGB only getting 2 more rounds so far as we go into the final one. 2 AWPs coming out now for HellRaisers, so looks like the AWPing is still real despite the lack of Markelov Simple et al. So let's see how Angel peeks into mid. That flash is going to come in, going to force him to look away. Kucha going through apps, going a bit JW style, old Fnatic. See if he will find the frag. Indeed he will. And Enter taking down Angel. So 1 AWP remaining on both teams, as HellRaisers have a 1-man advantage now. See Adren rotating away from the B bomb site while they have that smoke in. But we do have somebody just loitering around that smoke. on the B bomb site. LGB, or what remains of them in this last round, quite spread out at the moment. You can see Ensa just in the apps area in Vietnam now. And from about here, if you're standing above Vietnam, you can see them on the radar, even though they're not physically at the end of Vietnam. Just bear that in mind if you're ever in that crawl space.
Now we haven't a potential issue for LGB here. They've got Enza, they've got 3 players left. Enza's holding an AWP. With 3 players that you really want to play that numbers advantage for a hit on the site. But Enza is going to be coming up the back now. And actually HellRaisers is kind of gambling here a little bit and having 3 on A for the majority of this time. In comes the Dren, and Flamey with an excellent shot there with the AK to pop Rain straight away, but the frag is coming right back at him from Enza, who did switch out for an AK indeed. So we'll see now if HellRaisers, with the man advantage, can find themselves a retake here. The bomb is going to go down behind the fountain, and the Dren marches through the smoke. Not a care in the world as he sprays away, pulls out the Tech 9 to finish off Enza, and we just have JKM left at the back of the site. Quad boxes, 3 men in front of him. It's an intimidating situation for JKM. Trying to take his time, but HellRaisers will be able to finish the half off 9-6, and that's a good effort from both teams. LGB lost a bit of steam, but 6 rounds is nothing to shake a stick at.
I knew you were going to say that. I was going to say that if you didn't say that. Definitely wanted to shake the stick there. HellRaisers, good comeback from them again after being 1-4 down. LGB got a lot of rounds on the board, I have to say. So it's still fairly close now.
Yeah.
Of course, this pistol will be crucial to both teams. LGB could tie things up. And if they do, if they win this pistol and bring it to 9-9, that's going to be a disaster for HellRaisers because they'll have to get 7 rounds on the less favored side. If LGB can post a stronger hold than HellRaisers did on their half.
Molotov on Angel, sorry to interrupt you there.
LGB must be, HellRaisers might be in a lot of trouble.
I like that, Molotov in the smoke. I think he's going to use the Molotov. Is there a plan, or do you think he just has it because Molotovs are very useful on this map?
It's a good question, actually, and one I'm not sure how to answer looking at the layout of their team at the moment. 4 players remaining for HellRaisers. I mean, if they go over here, he could stand on a car and throw the Molotov onto first oranges. He could stand by the logs and throw it into new box.
Here it is. It's going to go for the back of the site, quad boxes, and HellRaisers is going to try to march into the bomb site now. Blocks are blazing. Angel going to pick up the opening kill onto Rubino as well. As Dren also getting a very quick entry, and this looks all too good now for HellRaisers. All frags coming quite easily. Rain is left to fend off 3 players. Now he's just taken down Flamey with his 2000. He's just going to end him. And HellRaisers going to win the pistol, so they might just storm through very quickly now, unless LGB can pull something special out of the bag. Yeah,
these are really, really important rounds for HellRaisers. They need to abuse these eco rounds of the CTs and win as many rounds as possible because on the T side of Inferno, you definitely need as big a lead as you can as you start in the second half. It's also important because it gives the CTs less of an economy when both teams hit that buy round on round number 4. So, nice counter flashes there by the CTs, trying to stop that T push and get some frags. Jake going to get one of the frags. Not enough HP left to get the second one. 3 players remaining. They've all got CZs. Not as bad as they used to be, but still pretty bad.
No, they're pretty good still. They're pretty...
I mean, pretty bad if you're on the receiving end of them. Absolutely. Yeah.
But only 1 player falling is really quite low. But HellRaisers, for the most part, have kept their push intact as it does finish its journey towards the A site, it would seem. And LGB picking up a kill onto Flamey with Enza. Return coming in. And Dren's still quite low, and Enza picks himself up an AK-47. So he's quite dangerous. He's running with the CZ for the extra speed right now to find out what's happening. And here it is. Can he get the frag? He will. Kucha goes down immediately. This is huge right now. Enza with a flash over the top there. Keep himself safe. On a mission. Dren very low. Dozier. 67 health. Enza marching in. With grenades to slow him down a little bit. And the lack of a kit is certainly going to force his hand should he want to really commit to this. But he is going to just back away with that AK, which is a smart choice.
Can the Dren find something to upgrade his MAC-10? It's interesting we've seen the MAC-10 rise back to prominence on these post-pistol rounds for the T side when they win. I think was it Forrest who plays with a MAC-10 as well?
Angel always has done it. Angel always loves the MAC-10. I've seen him run with it forever. I always think of Angel when I think of MAC-10 actually.
He's the OG.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I've always seen him use it, but...
Ooh, Kuchi playing AWP on the T side. This is a very new HellRaisers. I am curious.
Yeah, I mean...
what will come of this?
Yeah, I mean, Kucha deciding to switch up roles massively could become new Simple for them, perhaps. I mean, it's hard to become the Simple. I mean, he's so aggressive is Simple. He really embodies the AWP.
So a difference in the anti-eco from LGB that we saw from HellRaisers. They charged down Banana with the man holding the AK from the previous round. He went down to 5 HP, got naded down to 4 HP, but rather than hold Banana, they just retracted back into the B bomb site. They did have 3 and then almost 4 people there. So happy to get that early frag and then take things slow. They find themselves with another frag. Now it's JKM with that AK. No armor on him though. As Ensa has got armor, but he is down to 4 HP. So a one-man advantage for LGB, which is going to make things very difficult for HellRaisers. If the LGB side play the sites, which they are at the moment, then there's a lot of angles to check at the same time. That said, they only have one person on the B bomb site. Problem is the fact that A, they're on the eco, B, they could be anywhere. It means the push should be somewhat slower for HellRaisers. Distraction coming in from CT as well as Ensa's made his way back. JKM on the site getting more frags. Adren going to take him out though. Still a one-man advantage, which is going to make things quite hairy for HellRaisers. Especially as the bomb goes down, only one gun is on deck. Now they're going to get those heat and potty setups. But Kucha has an AWP, so if he gets rushed, they could be in trouble here. But we have to bear in mind, Ensa only has 4 HP.
So they are making their way in. All very close now. Adren with the peek. Out of the setup, into 2 frags. One more left, Ensa. This is getting finished off by Kucha. Kucha did a wonderful job this round. When Zevis was peeking early on, sorry, not Zevis, when I think it was Flamey was peeking early on in Banana, he was a little bit too far up. But Kucha just barely managed to get in position in time to trade just in the nick of time. And if he'd missed that shot, it would have been terrible, really terrible for them. But Kucha hitting some good shots at the moment. He's showing some good consistency with the AWP. And he's showing some aggression, but nothing of the craziness that we see from Simple, for example.
You can see Kucha just holding the angle on that window in app. So if anybody tries to get a cheeky peek onto balcony, he can eliminate them. Although often if you don't break, well, before the penetration update, if you didn't break the glass first, often you would shoot someone in the chest, but you wouldn't kill them. I'm not actually sure if it's a straight kill now if you shoot them through that glass without breaking it first. But
good setup here from LGB, very far back, quite a different setup. This is a very NIP-esque. They all often fall back to this, and they're very good at holding this. You don't play for the information as much, but you just let the push come into you. You rely on exceptional team play and individual skill. And Ensa not with an AWP as you would normally see in this position here for an AP, for example.
Flash on to watch. Now his teammates to peek.
Excellent work.
More pop flashes where those came from.
This is why this setup can be very strong. However, Flamey duel against Ensa there. Adren looks for the entry from the apartments, and in they go now. Rubino in the bomb site, as they're worried about this man from pit. It's really Rubino who's doing all the damage. Flamey spraying around the corner, but it's Adren to make the kill. Head found of Zevis from Flamey, but that's going to be the push put to an end. Chaotic affair, but it's something that LGB looks more than good enough to handle.
Yeah, with regards to that window where Kucha was aiming, it may be the frame rather than the window glass, just to get mad nerdy on you guys. But you can do your own investigations with regards to that. Ensa now with the AWP, Kucha's AWP in fact. 5-round deficit for the LGB side at the moment. We can see significant presence towards apps here from HellRaisers. In fact, they've got 3 guys in there. I'd say only 2 of those guns will be useful at any one time, due to how many people you can fit into those narrow corridors. But once they start to burst out of these apps, then all the guns will be useful. And there's Kucha's gun starting things off, taking down Rubino on the site. Pit is still in control of the CTs, but for how much longer trade frag coming in for Adren. 1-man advantage now. Should be able to plant the bomb for short. Indeed, the bomb is going down on the site itself. And instant save here from LGB. They know that this means they are at a 13-round, sorry, they are at a 6-round deficit after this round. And more importantly, that means HellRaisers are 3 rounds away from victory. So they're going to live to fight another day. That's 60% of the gun save from this round. So again, as we saw from HellRaisers, they could definitely try and bring this back in the following round. That it is going to be an important round. They have saved the AWP as well. That's going to be an important factor. And curious to see if Emsa will take it mid again, or if he'll try and go for a peek on Banana.
It's really interesting positionally. I can just make a really fast point here. This is food for thought. Is think about this way the setups work. We saw a key frag on a CT player here. As a guy on apartments was able to come out, and he had an angle as well. But also the guys pushing the truck had an angle too. So it's very messy. But you see a double angle for the T's onto this guy's position. However, if the guy's in the site, then they don't get the same angle, that same double angle. It's much more staggered. We can turn to that point later on. As it's something I see very often happen, but a bit of food for thought there and how you play those defensive positions.
Okay, so Emsa looking all the way down the apps, and he may go to peak where Kuchi was aiming previously. In fact, he won't. Just going to have a look at the other side of the apps, but the nades are going to come in through the window, and he's going to get blasted down to 66 HP. See, Rubino's rotating backwards and forwards here in the arch area, as we have 3 people right now fishing towards the B bomb site. Sebez, you can see, going for the wide peak there to try and avoid the pre-fire and get a frag if he can. He's going to smoke that side off for the time being, so HellRaisers is going to have not much to do for the next 20 seconds. Meanwhile, Adren is just walking up mid. Ooh, very nice pick there by Adren. Sees 2, goes for the frag on balcony, gets it. Hasn't been touched yet. Amazing work there by Adren. And we have all the nades coming in to the A site. Nice counter flash there by Zevez. Almost blinds Dozier, but won't do exact trick. He is going to take him down as he tries to jump onto the spools there. And that's the B bomb site cleared. Rabino now going to try and push with the CZ, but hasn't checked the tree. Flamey going to stop him there. Ends the last man standing with the AWP. And that may get picked up for Kucha.
Yeah, so 14-7, HellRaisers storming ahead.
They left it behind, just to say.
And that repeat from Adren was really interesting because if you think, like, there's a few ways to think about it. It was a risky play, obviously, because they know that he's on that angle. So do you delay and just stay alive there, or do you go for the peak and get the frag? Obviously, the frag is really impactful, but if you keep your presence alive in the back, you delay them, guaranteed. So it's a guarantee versus a big risk. One being the risk being much more impactful if it works, or you have a guarantee. So another interesting thing that's a bit of food for thought there. You see the kind of the CZ armor come into play. They try to hold this push on middle, and actually they've largely been fairly successful as the bomb is still in apartments, and they have a lot of control of Banana with just 1 player. So LGB looking like they've got rifles right now in this round when they've just got nothing but CZs, but I guess that's not really a surprise, is it? HellRaisers is trying to make something of this round now. They really need to scrap together that plan B and figure out what the goal is here. Oh wow, Reckon was going to force out of there, but Dozier wasn't even looking. And Flamey looks on in despair as he has 4 health. He needed Dozier to stay alive there. Adren's his only hope, but Flamey will pick up the frag onto Zevis. In goes Adren with a headshot. Nice switch onto Rain, and that should be the bomb down, but JKM is so close.
Bomb has been planted.
Coming up quad now as the smoke goes down. Taking away and JKM trying desperately not to make any sounds. But there it is, they heard him jump. He's going to go for it now. Does take the frag onto Flamey, but Flamey did take a chunk of damage. Out comes the CZ. Can he save it? Can he save it for LGB? He can't, and it's going to be match point for HellRaisers here on map 1, which is Inferno. Mirage to follow this. Do you believe?
Do I believe in...
I believe in crepes. Crepes are awesome. I love crepes.
That's the smoke I was talking about previously from CT Spawn, which is much faster. But it's not accurate, and those are going to get through for free anyway.
CZ armor again with full nades, more close enough.
Yeah, you can see they're playing close quarters because the CZ has had the bullet data nerf. No longer like the P250, so the one-shot distance is a lot closer than it used to be. One of the main changes with that gun, now they have reverted the fire rates. You can see Rubino just loitering in the app at the moment, but he's not going to see Flamey through those pieces of wood, and Flamey has been doing great work, it must be said. 4 HellRaisers so far. 3 frags now, just completely turning on the can opener. Last 2 remaining players on the B bomb site, but Dozier is holding the bomb on Banana on his own. Got a teammate coming in for support just so he doesn't get flanked. Again, we've seen in previous matches with different teams recently, the bomb carrier straggling and getting taken out from behind. Raindog is going to be last man here for LGB, taken out cleanly. So solid win so far on Inferno for HellRaisers, 1-0 in this best of 3. We will go over to Mirage as the next map. How are you feeling about